Centralia Coach's Corner, a service of Blue Valley Technologies, Wanklin Oil, and First Heritage Bank.
3, 2, 1.
Did the new year bring new devices in your home? You might want to increase your internet speed. If you up your speed this month, you get a $20.23 bill credit for 3 months to kick off 2023. New Blue Valley Internet customers also get a $20.23 bill credit for 3 months. Visit bluevalley.net/2023.
Terms and conditions apply. See store for details.
Everyone has something that they do best. Banks are no exception. Ours is investing back into the local communities that we serve. We make loans to local families and businesses. These loans generate the dollars which empower our local community. Invest in our community by banking with us. We're an equal housing lender. First Heritage Bank in Centralia, Corning, Seneca, and Vermilion. Member FDIC. Online at 1hbank.com.
You've reached Billy Bob's Propane. Nobody can take your call now, but somebody will get back to you sometime.
Yeah, this is Frank Jones, and I'm switching propane companies. Why? Wanklin Oil has more to offer, and to be honest, better prices. They also gave me options that fit my budget, and in case you don't remember, I called last week because I was nearly out of propane. You never called me back. I'm now out of propane.
Switching propane dealers is no big deal. Call Wanklin Oil at 1-800-794-2019. Wanklin Oil, we've had the energy since 1926.
Joined now by Nick Evans, head coach of the Centralia boys team. Coach, I know it's been a while since we talked, but you went through the TVL tournament here a couple weeks ago. You ended up with a 1-2 record after that. How do you feel your boys competed in that tournament?
There were some good spots and some not so good. I mean, our defense can play better than that. After watching it back, we kind of watched it back this weekend. Our past few games, we've kind of, especially in the second half, we start really good in it, and then we just kind of fade. And we hadn't been doing that, so you kind of got to re-energize and figure out, why are you not doing the same thing you're doing in the first half in the second half on defense, and stick to our principles and don't do. We tell them, don't do your thing. Our thing works. And teams in this league, they're going to hit shots, man. I mean, they're any team. Like it doesn't matter. They're going to hit some big shots, and you got to handle it. But we played with good effort at times, and I thought sometimes it was not what we usually do.
Well, and as I hear you talk a little bit, this is that time of year. There's not really a dog day of the basketball season, but this time here, so I guess from the coaching standpoint, is it just, that positive reinforcement saying, hey, this has worked in the past, it's going to work in the future?
Every basketball season, you're going to have at some point, it's coming. At some point, things aren't going to go exactly like you want it to. It's just so long that you're going to have some lulls, and some teams stay in it, and some teams figure a way to get out. And I've never been around a team that doesn't have it at some point. Everybody's going to have bad games, but when you're having a bad game, you got to figure it out. You got to figure out ways to finish out a game.
Now, as I ask you this question, obviously not your first year coaching, but your first year over there at Centralia. So we've got a lot of season left to go and obviously Sub-State left to handle it. But where have you found that the boys have, I don't want to say impressed you, but just stood out to you here in this first year?
We just have good dudes. I mean, they're. I've never been around a team that I coached at Blue Valley and I coached at Chapman. We had good kids and everything, but I tell them they have something special that, if they don't take advantage of it now, you're going to regret it someday. And you got a little pressure because it's not an anomaly that this team can't make it where you want to make it. Like, you've been on teams where that's kind of an anomaly and it's a feel-good story, but this is reality with this group.
You spoke about it, one of those good teams coming up is going to be Troy. And like you said, the gauntlet doesn't stop until Sub-State is over with. So how do you come out against this game Tuesday evening and get a win against a good Troy team?
It should be a good game. They're athletic, and I think they're the fastest, quickest team in the league. They have some serious speed. You got to adjust a little bit because you just have to work with what you have, and we don't have that speed, and that's just the reality of it. Nobody in our league has that speed except for them. And then they're really, if you guard them way out too far in the half-court set, they can get downhill on you, and get where they want to get. And they're good finishers, too. If you got to eliminate their downhill drives, I think that's really what gets them going. It is a little bit of a grind on how you defend it, and you're gonna give some things up, but you got to just eliminate it, not have so many.
Well, Nick, that's all I've got for you here today. As always, could probably talk for hours with you, but I better let you go. Once again,
thanks, Max.
Joined by Nick Evans, head coach of the Centralia boys. Appreciate your time as always, Nick, and we'll talk to you later.
Thanks, sir.
Centralia Coach's Corner, a service of Blue Valley Technologies, Wanklin Oil, and First Heritage Bank.